even start selling a plate of abacha.
For 5,000 there.
Small abacha where we dey manage.
But I want to have the rich man food.
Before Tinubu become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, you see this spaghetti here. The price was just 250 naira. You see now Tinubu don't become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You see this spaghetti now don't become 1,200 naira.
Cement just hit 12,000 naira for one bag. But forget the price for now because I want to show you something with vex you. We just confirm am. Cement don't officially move from around 11,000 naira to 12,200 naira for one bag.
So hello guys and welcome back. On today's episode we are going to be going over how prices of things in this country have gone up and how different people have been reacting to it. I guarantee you the price of things in this country is through the roof. So if this is your first time seeing my face, I'm Professor Obata and I make videos like this. So stick to the very end of this video so that you understand everything that I will say in this video. You understand every single thing. You wouldn't want to miss 1 second, because if you miss 1 second on this episode, this particular episode, if you miss 1 second, you find it difficult to understand the remaining part. So starting off, we are going to start off with this, my guy.
I remember buying cream crackers biscuits as 5 naira when I was little. It's 15 naira now, and it's dry, it's flaky, and it's smaller. A crate of egg was once 250 naira. It's about 6,000 now. Bread, Agege bread. It was soft, big, and it went for 30 naira. And something that went with Agege bread, Coke, used to be 50 naira. So you could spend just 100 naira on Coke and Gala, because Gala was 2 for 50 naira then. So no be them say, I lived it. Sardines, 100 naira, around 2010. Now, 1,800. A bag of pure water, 80 naira. A bag of rice in 2014 cost around 10,000. Now, and if you like to drink, a bottle of Heineken cost about 300 in 2010. Now it's 5 to 7 times that. And finally, we have watched a liter of petrol go from 65 naira to 1,000 naira. Oish.
Agege bread. You remember Agege bread? You remember price of bread? Maybe if you are watching, maybe you may be a Gen Z somebody. You don't understand what prices used to be. Agege bread. I'm talking from experience, because growing up, my mom sell provisions. She still sell provision till now. My mom sell provision. I sold provision right from when I was, I think, 10 years old or 7 years old. I started selling provision till I entered secondary school. I sell provision. I sold bread. Bread was so cheap. Price of things was so cheap. I can't say, okay, that I'm going to remember back then that maybe bread was sold as 120 or bread was sold. I can't remember the actual price. But I remember that at a time like that, bread was sold around 100 and something naira for a loaf of bread. Because I remember that time we cut bread for 50 naira. I think half loaf of bread was 75 naira. I remember there was a time half loaf of bread was 75 naira, which means bread was around 140, 150, a loaf of bread. I remember that time people used to know me very, very well in my street because I cut bread so perfectly. Like if you open slice of a loaf of bread. If you open a loaf of bread and then I will keep it on top of a carton. Then I'll flip it the other side. Then I'll bring my knife bread and then I don't even measure it. My mom will always measure this side, measure the other side, and then know how to cut the bread so that the customer will buy half loaf of bread. I don't measure anything. I just look at it and then I cut. And then customer pays me 75 naira. That's how cheap bread was. Are we going to talk about sardine? How cheap sardine was? Back then, families used to just buy sardine and use it to eat bread. Buy sardine just for buying sardine sake. I remember back then, because I was the one staying at the shop. Sometimes when my friends are playing in front of the shop, one of our friends will just randomly run into the shop, buy sardine and eat sardine just like that. It was just random. Everybody can afford sardine. Everybody can afford bobo, Viju milk. People can afford it. 15 naira, 40 naira. I think bobo was 50 naira. And then Viju milk, the big Viju milk. Do you remember Viju milk? The big one was maybe 70 or so, or 60 naira. That's how cheap things were. Pure water, 5 naira, pure water. How much are they selling pure water now? 50 naira. It's so bad. We may be saying stuff like this and, Gen Z or people that are born maybe in 2010, they won't understand. They may see that after all, these are people that they started existing when country have spoiled. People, if you are born in maybe from 2006 or 2007, you will see that this is how the country is. The country is bad, everything is costly, everything. That was not it. Everything was not this bad back then. Back then, the economy was at least better. You can buy things cheap. It's very bad. It's very bad. People cannot afford things anymore. I have one of my friends that used to bat with Eva soap. Eva soap. They are selling it for, I think, 1,200 naira for Eva soap. Eva soap. I remember back then growing up, when I used to start a shop, we sold everything at my provision store, my mom's provision store. We sold everything. We sold Eva soap. We sold Imperial leather. I know some of you will not remember Imperial leather. Remember Imperial leather soap? That used to have one seal that they seal on the soap. That the seal will never leave. It will never leave until the whole soap finish. Imperial leather. And then the main packaging, they package it with something like red. That is something like pepper. You unfold it. Imperial leather. You remember Imperial leather? These people have ruined this country for us. Most people watching will not remember Imperial leather. Imperial leather. Do you remember Imperial leather? Joy soap. Remember all this soap? Go to market and price them. This video even remind me. I can't remember the last time I even saw Imperial leather. I don't know if they have gone out of stock. Are they still selling Imperial leather? When was the last time you saw the soap? It was a nice soap back then. Imperial leather. People use it to wash clothes. The soap is meant for taking bath, but people use it to wash clothes. That was, people could afford things back then. You dare not use Imperial leather to wash clothes now. You dare not use Eva soap to wash clothes now. You dare not. You buy a soap for 1,000 something and then you want to use it and wash clothes. You dare not. These people have ruined this country and it's so bad. So the next one now, see this other person.
This is America's highest currency note, and this is what it can afford. And this is Nigeria's highest currency note, and this is what it can afford.
No. I don't agree on this one. I don't agree on this one. Even though Nigerian's highest currency, 1,000. I was searching myself to know if I have some cash, but I don't have cash here. 1,000 can't afford titles, can't afford sardine. 1,000 to buy sardine. How? Are you the one selling it? Are you the one manufacturing it? The smallest sardine, when I went to supermarket the last time, the smallest sardine there, I think I bought it out of, because my money have gone down. I just decided to buy the smallest one I can afford there. I think it was 1.2 or 1.4. I think it was either 1.2 or 1.4. Sardine, the cheapest one they have there. Your biggest currency cannot afford sardine. Can't afford your biggest currency. And that cheapest one that I bought there, it was when I got home that I discovered that it tastes so much salt. The cheapest one that costs higher than your currency tastes so much salt. And then after that day, I never bought it again. If I don't have money to buy sardine, I'd rather buy normal mineral. Are we going to talk about how much mineral is now? Mineral, that they have started doing mineral 500. But if you want to do transfer, you are going to do 550. You are going to add extra 50. Now we're going to talk about that one. Mineral orobo 30 naira. Normal mineral 20 naira. Orobo 30 naira. 60 cl orobo. You don't need. I'm the one that should be telling you on this one. I'm the one that should be educating you because I sold it. Our fridge that we use, we have been using the fridge since I started staying at the provision store. We are still using the fridge till now. Even though the fridge is old, we are still using it till now. I remember the fridge. I was the one that broke the fridge handle. I was removing something. I was trying to open the fridge and remove drink for a customer. And then I broke it. I sold drink. I sold provision. I sold it all. I know what it used to be. I was so small. I was so small when I started selling provisions at my mom's store. That people cannot cheat me. Because I am so wise. I'm so wise. I can't forget. You are owing me 20 naira, I write it down. You are owing me 5 naira, I write it down. Orobo. All these things were so cheap. Now it's very, very costly. Everything is so costly. Today, a furniture guy came to do something for me. Furniture guy came to do a little work for me. I was seeing it as a little work. Just paid him. Thank you, big man. And then when he left, I started calculating, this is just small work that he did for me. But then I'll spend up to 20,000. Small work that he did for me. Under my kitchen, where is it called? that thing that they used to wash hand in kitchen. He put a little furniture to demarcate and then to cross, so that I can have space to be putting my pots. Just that. Board that maybe the board that he bought is smaller than like half of this table. The board that he bought. I spent 20,000 naira, including transport. We'll go from here to here. We'll go from this other place to here. I don't even want to talk about transport costs in this country. Price of thing is so too much. You are going to be looking at yourself and you see that in 2 days you have spent 50,000 naira. In 2 days I've spent 50,000 naira. I'm not making it so that maybe this video will go viral. I'm telling you that in 2 days I've spent 50,000 naira. That 50,000 naira, I didn't buy one slice of bread from it. I didn't buy one water because I have 5 bags of water. I didn't buy anything that I can put in my mouth. In 2 days I've spent 50,000 naira. I wasn't living large. I wasn't on an AC. In 2 days I've spent 50,000 naira. Imagine the common man. Then know that the 50,000 naira is somebody's 1 month salary. I spent it in 2 days. I am not living large. Imagine somebody that now have babies, somebody that have family. How are they going to be surviving this economy? So Tinubu is affecting us. Tinubu's policy is affecting us all. Everybody is feeling it.
Yes, my people. You see this? This is spaghetti. Before Tinubu became the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, you see this spaghetti here. The price was just 250 naira. You see now, Tinubu don't become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You see this spaghetti now don't become 1,200 naira. Can somebody tell me why? Why should it be so in Nigeria? Why?
Well, the why is because of the person you employed as president. Even though some people may argue that they didn't vote for him, that he stole the power. Well, he's your leader now. He's our leader. Why is he sold for 1,200 naira? Spaghetti. Why is spaghetti sold for 1,200 naira? Which is actually not the correct price. Because this 1,200 is because he's a marketer. You understand? Maybe the 1,200 is maybe the price before he starts selling it. Because the last time I bought spaghetti, it wasn't 1,200 that I bought it. I bought it around 1,500 or 1,600. Maybe depending on the brand. But it's still the same thing. Why? Why is spaghetti sold for this amount? When was the last time you saw anybody? If you're watching this video and you live in Nigeria, when was the last time you ate spaghetti? Is it that all of a sudden you don't want to eat spaghetti again because it's not hungering you? Spaghetti, they hungry you. Can you afford it? Can you afford it? Even if you can afford it, are you the only person that is going to eat it? You're going to check, oh, you have your friends, you have your family and your children, and then you want to eat spaghetti. Maybe you want to eat 2. And then you see that 2 that you want to cook, you want to cook 2 spaghetti. You and the people that will eat it, you are going to finish it within 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, you have spent 3,000. We have not talked about the spices that you are going to use and cook it, the tomato and the everything that you are going to. Before you see it, you see that to cook spaghetti for you and your family, or for you and your partner, or for you and your friends, to cook spaghetti so that you and the other people will eat with the things that you are going to use and cook it, you see that you are spending 6,000 to 10,000. This could be morning food. Morning food before you go to work. You have spent 6,000 to 10,000. Morning food alone. Let's say it's 6,000, or if let's say it's 5,000. You have 5,000 naira. You spent it on morning food for you and whoever. On morning food. We know that it's going to be bigger than it, but let's say it's 5,000. Morning food. You go to work. Maybe if you are a father or you are a mother, you give your children money for school to buy bonds or buy whatever. And then you add what you eat and add what your husband will eat. Maybe afternoon food, let's say afternoon, you spend 6,000. 6,000 have left your pocket. Then you come back in the night and then you make food. Let's say you make another spaghetti and then you spend another money. You see that food alone, in a day you are spending 15,000 on food. 15,000. You are not living extravagant life. You are not living luxury life. You just ate spaghetti, just so that you can eat food and not die. Spaghetti, morning, afternoon, night, you have spent 15,000. You are not talking about transportation to work. You are not talking about that NEPA brought prepaid meter and then you paid. We are not talking about that the bathroom bulb have burnt and then you have to replace it. We are just talking about food. We are not talking about chicken. We are not talking about chicken and salad. We are not talking about salad. We are talking about normal food so that you can eat and not die. In a day, you have spent 15,000. 15, 15, 30, 2 days. 15, 15. How much? 60,000. 75. She 75. 75,000. 75. That's 150,000 in 10 days on food alone. Now, know that there are some people who eat more than this. I just use basic, just basic food alone. You have spent this amount. Food alone, you have spent this amount. Know that all these things that I didn't add chicken. In case you say, oh baby, that the guy is, I'm adding high food or turkey, which are basic food. I'm not adding turkey. I'm not adding basic food. This is how much you are spending roughly. This is how much you are spending. You understand? So, you see, the leaders, the politicians. You see, when people say, go out and vote, go out and cast your vote, you see all these things. You understand now? Go out and cast your vote. Go and get your register voters card so that you can be able to vote. And then some people say it does not concern me because, well, you see the price of food, you see the price of things, how everything is skyrocketing. What is a common man going to do about it? What can a common man do about it? Nothing. Just afford the ones you can, and then the ones you can't, you just leave it like that. And that's why you notice that most cases people don't even want, nobody is socializing, nobody is having fun, nobody is laughing, nobody wants to conversate with you. Everybody is just inside their house, just there doing nothing, rubbing their stomach, waiting for death. This is the reality of most people. Most people are just inside their house doing nothing. What are they coming outside to do? The moment you step outside your door, debit alert. The moment you stop outside your door, landlord will see you and remind you of house rent. The moment you step outside your door, they will tell you that we have food out there, you haven't contributed. The moment you step outside your door, you see debit alert. Debit alert from the money you don't have. And you see that in this case now, some people don't even look for work, because they will tell you, look for work so that they pay them how much? Look for work so that they will pay you 70,000. 70,000. Your transportation to the work for the 1 month that you go to the work is 40,000. Remaining 30,000. 30,000. We have not even talked about food. We have not talked about house rent or anything. So most people will rather just stay inside their house. Maybe wake up in the morning, go and play football and come back. You need to get your voters card. This is so bad. We can't continue like this. The price of things is so bad. What's this one? Amala and the wedu. Amala and the wedu and the receipts. And this is banga soup. Amala and banga soup. I saw the amala and I was like, okay, amala maybe, and he was trying to open the container so that we'll see big soup and the chicken and whatever. What did we just watch like this? Is that soup? That is supposed to be soup. And he bought it for 1,008 minus delivery. See what somebody bought for 1,800 naira. Amala. And then soup. This is supposed to be a soup. And then that thing inside is like steak or meat for 1,800 naira. Funny enough, this person is going to eat it. Are you going to spend 1,800 naira and throw it away? You are going to eat it. Hi, Jesus. Sometimes you see what's happening in this country. You see how people are suffering, and then you can't even know if it's just to laugh or to complain. Well, complain to who?
Cement just hit 12,000 naira for one bag. Or forget the price for now, because I want to show you something with you vex you. We just confirm cement don't officially move from around 11,000 naira to 12,200 naira for one bag. And according to reports, cement don't rise by 367% in 7 years. That means the price don't do more than triple in 7 years. And in the first 3 months of 2026 alone, the price don't grow more than 30%. Now, make we break them down. Government and the cement companies go tell you the same story. The cost of energy to produce, the cost of transportation to move these products, forex, taxes, saying that all these things with the reason why cement prices they go up. No issue. All those ones, they valid. But here are the parts we say nobody talk about. Nigeria, they produce 65 million tons of cement every single year. But you know how much Nigerians they consume? Just 32 million tons. We they produce double of weighting we they use. So follow me well, though. We they produce double of weighting we they use. Inside the normal market, if the products days in surplus, the price suppose go down. But inside Nigeria, the price they go up.
Well, monopoly. Isn't that obvious monopoly? When they're talking about monopoly. You know, some people say that, that Dangote is doing well because at least he's producing. Well, that is nice. He's producing while others are not doing. But then he's now taking advantage of it. Whereby, because he's producing and he's the only one doing it, well, what do you expect? The price is going to be whatever thing he decides. That's the bad side of it. That there are billionaires in this country, millionaires in dollars in this country who have a lot of money. But then you notice that they have a lot of money and they don't do anything with it. They don't go into company, they don't go into manufacturing, they go into nothing. Then what do you expect? The person that goes into something will decide whatever price they want. What will you do about it? Nothing. Because you are not producing. You see, Nigeria is producing. Nigeria has resources. Nigeria has resources that can, that they can turn into finished products. Well, you have a lot of resources to turn it into finished product. You turn it into that, and then you are selling it double. You just wake up one day and decide that that cement is going to go from maybe 10,000 to 10,500. What's government going to do about it? Do government care? They don't care. They will do nothing about it. Are you going to tell somebody that produce something what they are going to sell their thing? If it's in developed country, you can say, okay, there are agencies that make sure that price of things don't exceed this. Do we have any agency in this country? Even if we do, don't you think they can be compromised? Everything can be compromised. Police can be compromised. Lawyers can be compromised. The judge can be compromised. Everybody can be compromised. Even if we have agencies in Nigeria whereby they check price of things to make sure that you don't exceed, don't you think those people can be compromised? If they are compromised, then who is going to stop the only person that produces cement? Who is going to stop them from just waking up and saying, you know what, the cement is no more 10,000. It's going to be sold for 12,000. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Are you going to say because they are selling it for 12,000, so that you go to the other company that is selling for 10,000? Which other company? Which other person wants to use their money and open business? Nobody wants to do that. This is not. Let's not even talk about the Dangote or the millionaires or the billionaires in dollars. Let's talk about the average Nigerians. How many streets guys, people who do streets, people who do all those stuff, how many of them do you know that got money from streets and want to take it into the real street and start up a business? They don't want to do that. They want to keep doing that soft life. And that is the same problem with these our leaders, with the elites in this country. That's the same problem that they have. They make a lot of money, invest it into the country, invest it into the system. They don't do that. And that's why only Dangote, whatever thing he do, he puts price however he wants. I saw somewhere that he's trying to enter into, I think, fertilizer. He's trying to go into fertilizer. And when he eventually go into it now, whatever price he wants, that's what he's going to be selling. What are you going to do about it? What are your elites going to do about it? Their own money. Did they also go into fertilizer so that you can now compare? The buyers can compare. Okay, this person Dangote is selling for 5,000 for a bag of fertilizer. This other company is selling for 4,500. The other company is selling for 2,500. The other company is selling for. Nobody is doing that because everyone just make money and then they just eat it without investing back. That's the problem we have in this country, and that's why nobody is checking anybody. Nobody is doing anything. Everybody is just moving on autopilot, and all this thing is affecting the common man. It's affecting the common man. Everything from head to toe is affecting the common man. The person that bought the cement for 12,000 to build house, you don't expect them that after they build the house, that government is going to tell them to reduce the price for house rent. And that's why house rent keep going up, because cement is going up, house rent is going up. That's why when I see governors talk about that they are going to find a way to regulate landlords for the outrageous amount of money they charge for a house, well, they are going to do nothing about it, because this is how much they bought fuel, this is how much they bought this other one, this is how much they buy cement, this is how much they buy sand, this is how much they buy gravel. All these things have skyrocketed, and then somebody eventually made money to build house, and then you want to dictate to them how much they are going to use and do house rent. It can't work. You understand? So all these things is affecting every single body, every single person in this country. If the cement is not affecting you, house rent will affect you. If house rent is not affecting you, money to call tanker will affect you. If you escape that one, soap you used to buy so amount have doubled. If soap is not affecting you, that you are just staying indoors, electricity that used to be maybe 1,000, maybe before 1,000 will give you 10 units, now 1,000 is giving you 4 units. It will affect you in every tiny little way. It will 100% surely affect you.
When did you people start selling a plate of abacha?
5,000 there.
Small abacha where we dey manage.
But I want turn am to rich man food.
Since I go back home,
Been craving abacha.
and they told me that I'll get the best abacha in Onitsha.
Main market.
But they didn't tell me how crowded the spot
I
was.
even had to stand to eat my
That's why I
abacha.
thought on main market. Oh. I can't even dey ask for direction.
By now you don't know what abacha is.
Just go report yourself to the nearest police station. Yeah, I'm joking. Oh, you say why you no go know wetin be abacha? Because I promise if you chop better abacha with Ogba, your life will never remain the same.
As I reach here, I even still join queue.
On top this abacha.
And because there was no space, I had to stand.
See, these are the things I can do for abacha. I'm even of the belief that spaghetti should be replaced with abacha in fancy restaurants.
Abacha for 5,000, and she bought it, because why not? By the way, the best state that make abacha is Enugu. Enugu is the number one state that make abacha. We are the best in making abacha. Abacha is our food. Other people are just copying it, just like Okpa. Okpa is Enugu food. Enugu Nsukka food. You understand? So she said on this video, she said that she bought the best abacha in Anambra. I'm correcting you now. The Anambra people are not the best in making abacha. Abacha is an Enugu food. We are the best in doing it. We are the best in doing Okpa. We are the best in doing otipiri. We are the best in preparing achicha. All these things is our food. So I'm correcting you on that one. And then she said that abacha is selling for 5,000 naira. Abacha, normal abacha. 5,000 naira. That's what they are selling plate of abacha. Well, it's costly that side. What I usually buy abacha this side in Enugu is 4,000 c's. That's with fish. 4,000 c's, which is almost the same thing. But then it's still outrageous. 5,000, 4,000 c's to buy abacha is an outrageous amount of money. I remember back then, during COVID, when I was in year 1. I remember back then when I was learning laundry. That was during COVID, when I was learning dry cleaner. That time I was making a lot of money. And all of that, I bought a machine that, during mid-work, when my friends start buying buns, start buying egg roll and all those stuff, I usually take my bike, drive down the other street, and then I buy abacha with fish and all. Maybe I can't actually remember the exact price, but it's not up to 500. Abacha with fish tail. Then I buy it, give them cash, because that time transfer wasn't rampant like how transfer is now. Buy abacha, pay maybe 500 or 600 or maybe 650. Buy abacha, put it in waterproof, tie it on my back, use on my machine back, use rope to cross it. And then if you see it, you will be like, what is this guy carrying? You won't know it's abacha. I usually go to that same spot every single time whenever I want to buy abacha. That was back then at Nsukka during COVID. Abacha wasn't that cost. All of a sudden, fast forward to 4 years later, abacha has moved from that price past 1,000, past 2,000, past 3,000, past 4,000, 5,000 naira for a plate of abacha. This is not, she didn't buy the abacha in maybe fancy restaurant so that you say, okay, she bought it at fancy restaurant, 5-star, 4-star restaurant. Normal street abacha is selling for 5,000. The one I bought for 4 C's, that's at the back of ShopRite, it wasn't like a fancy place. It was still all those women that are selling it. All these prices now. Imagine how much they will be selling the abacha if you go to 5-star restaurants, or if you go to all these big restaurants. Imagine how much they will be selling it for abacha, simple as abacha. You understand? So this economy is affecting every single body, every single person. The economy is affecting every single person. The price of things are outrageous. If you mistakenly drop your phone and your phone fall on the floor now, you think, okay, is it not just to go and repair the touch pad or screen pad, so that, and then you budget maybe 6,000 or 10,000. You say, okay, maybe highest 10,000, so that maybe you have change and come back. You'll be surprised when you go to the market. 10,000 will be asking price for that your budget will be asking price. You may be surprised that when you go there, the 10,000 that you went so that you go and repair your phone and come back with change, the 10,000 will be asking price. That's how expensive things have gotten in this economy. The good old days. Are we going to talk about the good old days? When you used to buy this thing for this price, you used to buy sardine for 400, now it's 1.2. You used to buy orobo for 30 naira, 40 naira, 60 cl. Now orobo is selling for 600. You used to buy goat for this amount. Now goat is selling for this amount. You used to buy chicken 1 kilo for this amount. Chicken is selling for this other amount. You used to buy Pepsi for this amount. This is what is selling now. Remember Hollandia yogurt? Hollandia yogurt. When you used to buy Hollandia yogurt for 300, you remember back then? Hollandia yogurt. Remember how much you used to buy Hollandia? Remember, if you want to take your girlfriend out for maybe wherever, you want to take your girlfriend to a bar, and then you order Hollandia. They bring Hollandia for her so that you take Hollandia, and then you take small stout. You remember how much they sell small stout? Well, go back to markets and check how much they are selling small stout. Check if the price has doubled, or has tripled, or have fourth-fold. The good old days. Prices of things. Malta Guinness. Remember Malta Guinness? Malta Guinness, that if you go to any occasion, any single location, no matter burial, wedding, birthday, even poor people birthday. You remember, you should be following me. Poor people birthday. You go there and then you see crate of Malta Guinness, or maybe in the can Malta Guinness, the pack that is 24. You see it on the table. You see this other drink. You see that the celebrants bought what's it called? All this Fiji milk. This Bobo. Post Bobo. Bobo was the name. The small one, Bobo. I don't think if they are still selling it now. You see packets of Bobo. Poor people. These are poor people. Poor family who just live in self-con. Not even self-con. Just one room. And then they share toilets with everybody. Just one room. A family of 3 is living there. But if their child wants to do birthday, you see that they will buy all these things. They have money to buy all these things because it was too cheap. When was the last time you saw a poor person even buy anything in terms of carton? When was the last time your somebody in your streets, in trenches, bought carton of Fiji milk or carton of Bobo? You understand? So the economy now has everything. It makes me sad. These are leaders need to do better, and that's why in this coming election now, you must do everything possible. You must do everything possible to make sure you get your voters card, and to make sure we vote all these people out from government, from top to bottom. We need to vote all of them out from power before they ruin our country. Imagine this situation of this country after someone's 4 years. Now use these 4 years and know how the remaining 4 years will be. Check how many years you are. Me, I'll be 26 by August. August is next month. I'll be 26 years old. If this current leader, if Tinubu win this election again to live in next 4 years, that means he'll be living in when I'll be 30 years old. See how young and fresh I am now. Imagine how I'll be in 30 years old. 30 years old, I would have been a married man. If I keep staying here, you see that the leaders, they are bad policies, and I haven't made money yet. because they are bad policies and they are bad everything. I'll be 30 years old and I'll still just, I'm not praying for that to happen. But you see the kind of power leaders have, the president and your governor, you see the kind of power they have. If they make bad policies, if they don't make the country better, if they don't regulate price of things, you see that your life will just be spoiling. You think that you are going to work and they are paying you salary they are paying you, what is remaining at the end of the month? Nothing. What can you boast of with your salary? Nothing. But then you are making salary, they are working hard, they are paying you money. Well, abacha is selling for 5,000. The price of abacha has doubled times 6. Your salary hasn't doubled anything. Your salary have just, even to double times 2, it's never. It's just added 1,000 or 5,000 to your salary. But the price of things have times 6, times 4. You understand? So you need to get your voter's card. It's very, very important. So that we'll get this country right and we'll get it moving. So remember, I'm Professor Bata, and if you enjoyed this episode, just like I told you, you just learned something from this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, endeavor to like and share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.